What's all right. So let's do the review. Somebody's not going to stop bugging me because I was out tonight. So having been out tonight means that he's all upset. So this review is not going to be as long as my normal reviews. I didn't take very many notes tonight because I was at one game and I only watched the first half of the first period of the other. Buffalo and Arizona. Arizona Coyotes came in tonight needing a win. They ended up pulling off the win. Buffalo gets a point in this game as well. Looks like this was a pretty good game that I missed. Apologies. Eichel scored from Skinner and Reinhart at 3:31. That was a power play goal, and it felt very important that they get off to that fast start. The Coyotes have had some really solid offense so far this season, so it felt like that was going to be important. They put up here the Coyotes needed to answer. Carter Hutton looked really sharp early. Apparently he was sharp throughout the game. And Arizona was ahead in shots early on, but Hutton was really solid. And then shortly before we were even out of town here, we were in the vehicle, I checked, and Skinner scored from Johansson and Sabotka at 11:16. So that made it 2-0, and at that point you're kind of thinking, all right, Buffalo, probably going to have it. But this is a different Arizona team. So first it's Garland from Hayden and Ekman Larson at 18:50. I'm apologizing for my voice now because I may be kind of gravelly. Second period, Soderberg scored from Garland and Goligoski. That was a power play goal at 16:32. So with limited opportunities, Arizona takes advantage of that. Third period in overtime, no scoring in either, although the shots greatly favored Arizona in the third period, and that's that push that they have. In the shootout, it is Nick Schmaltz with the winner. So technically, Schmaltz's point streak is faltering, but while that may not count on his record as a goal, that's an important game winner for Nick Schmaltz. So Arizona went into Buffalo and did what nobody's been able to do, come out of there with 2 points. Buffalo is not lost in regulation yet at home, but we'll see where they go from here. Kemper saved 24 out of 26. Hutton saved 42 out of 44. Your 3 stars, Connor Garland, Jack Eichel, and Jeff Skinner. So the one thing that stands out to me with Buffalo right now, Olofsson's been cold since getting that 6th goal. All of them on the power play. He's been kind of chilly when it comes to the offense. Shots 13-11 Arizona in the first, 15-9 in the second, 15-6 in the third, 1-0 in overtime. So your final shots 44 for Arizona, 26 for Buffalo. That's power plays, both teams went 1 for 2 on the power play. So not a game full of power plays, and again, part of me is saying, gee, I wish I'd been able to see that, but it wasn't really possible. So Arizona, again, first team to come out of Buffalo with 2 points this season. Now on to the other game, Florida and Vancouver, and I've got a review on the channel already of me in the van, so this is more of the let's get into who scored rather than the emotional feeling I had watching the game and just the enjoyment I had. And again, for people who followed this channel for a long time, it used to be if I went to a Canucks game, they were going to lose, and it didn't matter how bad the team they were against, they were just going to lose the game. And I kind of felt like, so it's me, right? First period, Sutter scored from Ferland and Levo. Oh, I don't have the times up. That's fine. This game, really, on all honesty, the times of the goals don't really matter. Sutter actually set that play up. It was a really nice chip out of his own zone that started that play. Schaller then scored from Beagle and Eriksson, and that seemed to be right on the next shift. It was quick, and Schaller now with 4 goals. I think he only had 3 all last year, so congratulations. And Louis Eriksson, in his first game since opening night, I thought he played well. I did. Stepping in for Tyler Mott, and with people upset that Gaudette didn't dress tonight, you know what? I thought Eriksson played well. I think we should give Eriksson credit where credit is due. And in this case, no, he's not worth $6 million, but he played well tonight. Virtanen scored from Horvat and Pearson, so for those who have the whole shotgun Jake thing going on, you can down a beer if you're of legal age to do so. So that made it 3-0. And conditioning over the years tells me this is too easy, right? And then Brian Boyle scored from Hawryluk, and right away I'm like, okay, careful, because that was off of a bad turnover. And the turnover happens. Howrluck grabbed the puck, and I said to Yvonne, I said, uh-oh. And then the puck was in the back of the net. So I was like, and I turned to her, I said, I saw that coming. And she's like, yeah, I know. So that was one of those plays where it's like, okay, that was kind of, don't do that. And before the end of the period, Vancouver showed that they've learned from what, at least for tonight, it looked like they'd learned from the Washington game. I mentioned in the review in the van that definitely Florida was tired. You could kind of see that tonight, and Vancouver took advantage. JT Miller scores his 100th goal in the NHL from Pettersson and Edler. That was a nice one. And then Levo scored from Ferland and Edler. So Levo had 2 points in the first period. And Ferland with 2 points in the first period. Hopefully Michael Ferland gets going. Levo, of course, anytime he scores, I say, thank you, Toronto. And I said that when he scored the game right there. So it was 5-1 after one, but nobody in the building seemed to be really calm and confident because of the Washington game. So second period, when Mike Hoffman scored on that power play goal from Yandel and Dadonov, I got nervous. I was like, oh, I don't like this. Doesn't make me happy. However, in the last minute of that second period, JT Miller scores the second goal of the game from Edler and Pettersson, and that kind of allowed everybody to celebrate. So I made it 6-2. And then in the third period, Brock Besser, just gorgeous goal from Pettersson. Now, the interesting thing was they pulled Montembeault after that third goal. They put in Bobrovsky. He allows 2 goals the rest of the way in the first. And then Montembeault was back in the second period. And he looked better than he did in the first period. So I was kind of making jokes, though, that they put the good Montembeault in. There's 2 different Montembeaults. No, by the end of the night, it really didn't matter. Vancouver wins this one 7-2, so they use up all 7 of the magnets. I took the 8th magnet of the Canucks off the board today, so they used all 7. 3 stars were Pettersson, Edler, and Miller. And yeah, I don't know what else to say with this. Again, I mentioned it all in the review. Florida went 1 for 2 on the power play. Vancouver went 0 for 2. Montembeault saves 25 out of 30. Bobrovsky saved 4 out of 6. Demko saved 29 out of 31. He had a relatively easy night going into that third period. First period was 15-8 were the shots in favor of Vancouver. In the second, Florida outshot him 8-7. But Vancouver was pinning him in their own end enough that I was happy with that, in that it felt like they were killing off the clock. Third period, the shots were 15-14 for Florida. But again, there were very few shots that felt like they were a big threat in that third period. There was a lot of shots that were deflected into the corners, not a lot of big old rebounds, and not a lot of shots from in close that looked really dangerous for Florida. So again, and being directly behind the net, you could see, there was a lot of shots getting directed in there, but how dangerous were they? It was a pretty good night for Demko. Final shots, 36-31 in favor of the Vancouver Canucks. And they're your winners. So there you go. 2 games tonight. We've got 9 games tomorrow, which means I got to finish up the boards I started yesterday. And I ended up doing a lot more videos today than I'd expected. I did 6 on this channel. 7 including this one. 8 including the one in the van. And then 1 for the entertainment guy as well, where I just mentioned a show that I've watched recently. It's not funny. And apparently that's controversial to some people, but it's just not funny. I just felt I had to tell people. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. I hope people don't mind I'm not putting up the timestamps, because, again, it's just the 2 games. And I didn't have an abundance of notes on either game. I'm just letting you guys know the scoring that happened, and just what I saw here and what I didn't see here. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a very fun day. And for subscribers who came over and said hi during the game, thank you for that. It really helps. It's nice to go out and see people and meet people and know that the videos I make reach out to the masses out there and that a lot of people are watching. That makes a huge difference. The numbers are one thing to see on my computer and on my phone, but to actually meet people and talk to people makes a huge difference. So thank you for that. It means a ton. I will talk to you again soon.